Welcome back to Scale Auto Guy's Workbench. Today we're doing the 1964 Ford Galaxie 500XL. It's the Craftsman Plus series from AMT. It's in the retro style box here. This is a curbside kit, so there's no engine to build. It's going to be a quick, easy something to put together. As you can see on the back of the box, there's not a whole lot of parts to it, so this should be able to be done, well, given time for paint to dry. Maybe you can do it in a day, maybe two at the most. It's going to be something fairly simple to put together. Let's go ahead and take a look at the parts in the box. First off is your chrome tree. Very basic, your four wheels, your front and rear bumpers and grille, and some trim pieces. Here's where it gets a little hairy, guys. And there is a considerable amount of flash on this body. All along the bottom edge here, on both sides. There's mold lines like crazy here, up here. Yeah, there's flash everywhere. I test fitted the grill and bumper, and I had to sand these areas here. I had to sand all along here, and I still couldn't get the grill to sit all the way up in there. So there is going to be some cleanup that you're going to have to do when you build this car. Here's your interior. It's all one piece. Not a whole lot to it. It does have some pretty good detail inside there, though. I guess you could detail that pretty well. But you have those massive push-out holes in the floorboard. This is more like a promo style car than it was something that you know, to build and put on your shelf. This was something that they handed out at the dealer, and your kid took it home and played with it until they broke it. But here's your dash. There's a little bit of cleanup to be done on that too. Here's your chassis. There's quite a bit of flash on that too, and like I said, it's in true promo style. It has all of the details on the car for the prospective buyer to read about. It looks like it'll be fairly easy to detail, at least. And then, like I said, it doesn't have an engine, but it does have an engine insert, so you can make it look like you have an engine, and that just pops down in here like that. The one thing that, well, the two things actually that kind of made me a little agitated when I pulled this out of the box was, well, the steering wheel, as you can tell, is not exactly straight any longer. That was bent up pretty well in the box. You got four, let me put this aside here. You got four tires. I'll show you a good one. On one side, it's a white wall. No lettering, just white wall. On the other side, if you want to go with black wall, it does have Firestone in there. Decent looking tread, but of the four tires, one of mine didn't come out of the mold quite right. As you can see, it's all warped, I guess you could call it. It's misshapen. I don't think I'm ever going to get the wheels inside of that, so I'm probably going to have to go to the parts box and pull out some tires for this. The kit also comes with the 4 screws and 2 metal axles. I'm leaving them inside the bag because you know how it is. If you take those out of the bag, they disappear. The same with the glass. It's a one-piece glass, and then they give you 2 taillights, and those are almost totally broken free from the tree. That's fine. They're still in the packaging, and that should be fine. I'm going to leave those in there until I'm ready for them as well. It does come with a decal sheet. Gives you a couple different license plates. It'd be helpful if I had them right side up. Your headlights are decals. That's kind of weird. You have engine badges, dash gauges, and in case you want to put these on there, it's Harry B's mobile barber, traveling barber, if you wanted to put something like that on the kit when you get it done. And the last thing is the direction sheet. Real simple, 1 page. If I fold it out here right. Yeah, that's it. All kind of just pushes together, and the longest wait time you'll have with this is the paint. If you decide to paint the body, you don't have to paint the body, but if you decide to paint the body, you're going to have to wait for that paint to set up and dry and whatever else. So there it is, the 1964 Ford Galaxie 500XL. Despite the little shortcomings with the tires and the steering wheel, it looks like it's going to be a pretty decent kit once you get everything cleaned up and painted. It should go together pretty well and pretty fast. So let's get started on this, and I'll see you at the paint booth. Hey guys, I don't mean to interrupt the video, but I have a special announcement. The new shop cards are in. If you'd like to swap shop cards with me, go ahead and drop me a line at scaleautoguy@gmail.com, and we'll get one out to you, and hope you like them. Now back to the video. Okay, we're back here. I did a lot of detail painting on the bottom. I've got the engine insert in place. As you've seen, this is open here. You could possibly put an engine in this car if you wanted. I looked at it. I was actually going to do that, but the little rods that attaches the chassis to the body that attach here and here with screws come right down in the front end of the hood, and there's an additional set of rods that hold the interior in place. So you have 4 little rods coming down right in the front end of the car that would, with a little experimentation and a little luck, you could possibly put an engine in this car. You'd have to fabricate a firewall, a radiator support wall, and then dig through your parts box or outright buy a engine for it, and then you would also have to cut the hood open. There is no underhood detail whatsoever on that. It's just smooth plastic. Well, sort of smooth plastic. So we're at this point right here. I got the interior done, as you can see. Let me spin that around so you can get a better look at the inside of it. The interior's done. I'm at the point now where I'm getting ready to put the wheels and tires on. The body has just gotten the clear coat sprayed on it, so I have to wait for that to cure before I can touch it. So yeah, that'll be that. The kit tires, 3 of them were fine. The 4th one was very severely deformed. It was they were white wall tires. The white wall was kind of egg shaped. The back side of the tire where the wheel comes through was so deformed I wouldn't have been able to get the wheel mounted in there. I dug around in my parts box and I come up with these red lines, and I thought, well, red line tires, they would look okay on that, so I went ahead and went with those. Come on, get in there. There we go. I repositioned the holes on the back because the back end seemed to be kind of dragging a little bit. So I'm thinking that I might have to cut these axles. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to cut these axles. They're looking a little long if you compare it. Even if I go in that far, they got a little bit of play in there on the front, and same thing on the back. Yeah, you got like a 1/4 of an inch of play in that. Yeah, I'm going to have to cut these axles down a little bit, probably 3/16 of an inch each one, and that'll put me to where I have my tires. Gosh, I'm having trouble today. Bear with me. I want to have both my tires just kind of in this position here. So yeah, let's do that, and I'll be right back. Let me get everything set up for that. Okay, I apologize for the loud noises. I will try to mute the sound while, during video editing, but I wanted you to see how I'm going to do this. I have just a standard cutoff wheel on my Dremel tool extension, and I'm just going to kind of eyeball it, cut. Oops. I'm going to eyeball it and cut about this much. Well, probably about that much off of each axle. So let's go. as you can see, if I can get it to focus, I did not cut off very much, maybe a little over an eighth of an inch. These metal axles get really hot when you're cutting them, so be careful how you handle them, because you can burn yourself. Luckily I have some cold water right over here, so I can dip it in there and kind of eliminate some of that heat. Okay, let's go. Yeah, that's more like it. Yeah, that's about right for spacing. Let's do the front. Come on, get in there. I'm at a weird angle, so it's hard for me to see what I'm doing here. There we go. Angle that down just a smidge. There we go. Okay, that's a little tight. Back it off just a smidge. And there we go. Okay. Once that clear coat is dry, we can put everything together, and I'll be back with a final. It's bare metal foil time. Let's get started on this. I'll do the back window first. Alright fellas, I got the bare metal foil done. It was a little tricky because my bare metal foil is old. That sheet is in the trash. This fought me all the way. But, so you have the chrome stripe down the side, well, both sides actually, around the front and back windows. Around the deck lid there. And yeah, we're all set. Let me throw all this together and I'll be right back. Welcome back to the final. The 1964 Ford Galaxie 500XL by AMT is complete. This is the Craftsman Plus series, so it's a curbside, no engine, no transmission, no opening hood. It's a screw bottom car, so there's 4 screws, 2 in the front, 2 in the back, that hold the body to the chassis. You could theoretically put this car together in just a matter of an hour or so if you didn't do any painting, decal application, anything. You just put it together bare plastic. You could do it probably less than half an hour if you're really good, or quicker even. But with the paint job, it took a little bit for it to dry. That paint is Krylon Black Cherry Shimmer Metallic, and I have a single coat of Color Shot clear sealer applied over top of that. As I mentioned earlier, when I opened the box, I found one of the 4 tires was severely deformed. The steering wheel was kind of crushed, and I had to straighten that out, which I managed to do, but the tire was a total loss. So I dug into my parts box and come up with these red line tires. I think the red lines look okay on it. They're, just as good as a white wall. They might not show up as well, but they're kind of subtle, and the red line goes well with the black cherry paint. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up button. It tells the YouTube algorithm I'm doing a good job here. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. I'll reply to them as quickly as possible. If you haven't already subscribed, please consider subscribing. I have a lot more content coming. If you have already subscribed, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching Scale Auto Guy's Workbench, and I'll see you on the next build.